representing Fortis MMA and fighting out of Dallas, Texas by way of Palestine. He is the pride of Palestine, Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady.
Going to tee off.
Jake's still in the fight, but Al-Selwady sucking the hips out, landed some good ground.
Big shots. That is all.
Impressive stuff from Al-Selwady.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Kevin Nix calls a stop to the fight. 4 minutes, 12 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, the pride of Palestine, Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady.
Sport could be the universal language that all people agree on. People compete and win. People compete and lose, but they never lose a friendship. And they never score points against one another once the match or the game is over. Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady is a Palestinian American martial artist, excelling different fighting styles. Kareem is going to be the guest of Palestine Broadcast International for today to discuss with him martial art and the match that he won. Welcome to the program, Abdul-Kareem.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Abdul-Kareem, you are a martial artist and you won several games and matches. And we are going to talk about all that. But first, tell me, where are you coming from in Palestine and how you started your martial art life and what fighting styles you are practicing? Yes.
Sure. So I was actually born and raised here in the States. I'm right now currently in Dallas, Texas, but I'm from Selwady, Ramallah, and that's where I represent my village. My actual name is Abdul-Kareem Mubarak, but I go by the name Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady, so I can, represent my village name to people around the world, and always raising the Palestinian flag with pride. And that was my goal ever since I started MMA. I first started with Muay Thai, which is like kickboxing, but you have elbows and knees. And then after getting into MMA, I started training more jiu-jitsu and wrestling so I can grapple with my opponents, because MMA stands for mixed martial arts, and you need to have as much martial arts possible in there. So there's some fights where I've won with my hands, and there's some fights where I won with my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu. So it's a complete sport that you need to excel in different martial arts in order to become the best.
Yes, and so I'm going to call you Selwady from now on, yeah? And on the 26th March, we were happy to see Selwady achieving and winning the game against Jack Sebastian, match for the LFA. Tell me, when you started the match, how were you feeling and how you felt after you won the match, and what you have in mind for the future?
I mean, like every fight, I was very focused. He was talking a lot of stuff to me, trying to be aggressive, but I've been there so many times, it didn't faze me at all. I was just focused and composed, and I was just ready for the fight to start, and I knew what I was going to do to him. And alhamdulillah, from the beginning, I just let him show his game a little bit, and then I took him down and I just kept pounding him and hitting him until the referee came and ended the fight. And right now my plans for the future, inshallah, is to fight in the UFC and represent Palestine in the biggest MMA organization in the world, which is the UFC. Now we have Ramadan coming right around the corner, so I like to take this time to just focus on Ramadan and still train really hard, but just prepare for what's to come after Ramadan. And inshallah, whenever that chance comes, I'll be ready for it. And I'll be able to fight and represent and make my people proud.
Yes, I wish you Ramadan Mubarak. Selwady, on that match, you started fighting with the Palestinian flag around your body. What does this mean for you? And tell me how the audience, the people watching the match, the people encouraging you, how they perceive such move from you.
Really, it's like the Palestinians and the people that support me. It gives them hope. It sends a message to the world. For people that don't know Palestine, it gives them awareness, and they say, "What is this flag?" Or they start to know about Palestine. So for me, it's a win-win. For people that don't know Palestine, I'm raising awareness and I'm letting them know that we have champions, we have people out there that can fight back. And for the Palestinians, it's really about giving back hope and telling the world that we're here and we're going to be the best.
Yes, and you know that the people in Palestine who watched the game were very much proud of you. If you are given an opportunity to come and play here, are you going to do that?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Visiting Palestine is always my favorite trip. I mean, you could think of anywhere in the world. My favorite memories and my best times is visiting Palestine. And I do plan on coming back, inshallah. I'm thinking maybe after my next fight, definitely come back, because I went there after I won the World Championship in 2018 when I had the World Championship belt. And it was amazing. It was amazing feeling, amazing support. And that motivates me every time to train harder, to do better. And I just can't wait to do it again.
Yes, and if you come here and meet with the Palestinian youths, your brothers and your friends, what kind of martial art or fighting styles would you advise them to practice and learn, and why?
You know, I'm really a big fan of jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. Jiu-jitsu more like it teaches you discipline and the way the sessions go, the training. It's all about respect and discipline. Whereas people think like if you do any martial arts, you're going to be aggressive. Whereas it's the total opposite. It actually makes you more composed. It makes you more disciplined, more respectful as a person. So it's actually one of my dreams, inshallah, one day to open up like a martial arts gym in Palestine for the Palestinian people.
And my final question to you, Mr. Selwady, how many hours you spend a day training on wrestling and the sport? And is it every day or some days in the week?
So for me, this is like my full-time job. I'm a full-time fighter, full-time athlete. So I'm training 4 to 6 hours every day. There are some days where I'll train a bit less than others. And those are some days that others would rest 100%. For me personally, I don't know how to just sit and do nothing. So I have to train. I have to always be busy. And that's just how I like it. That's how I enjoy it. So, I mean, 4 to 6 hours a day is the way I like to do my training 7 days a week. And then I'll have 1 day a week where I'll maybe train just 2-3 hours a day.
Yeah, so in order to become a good fighter, you have to work hard.
I mean, you could be a good fighter and train a little bit, but in order to be the best, you want to make sure no one is doing more than you. You want to make sure you're doing everything you can when it comes to training, nutrition, physical therapy, recovery. So I try to be the best in everything I do in order to become, #1 in the world.
Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady, it has been a great pleasure having you on our program. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for watching. And from you, Usama Nazal. Goodbye.